do that. Sometimes it slows down the stream. Um, oh, isn't Andy supposed to be our live guest tonight and tell us about the snow and the dogs and everything? Studio. So what's going on with you guys tonight or today, wherever you are? Let's see, is anybody? Unstable Maple House. And it's like, I know you've been living in, we say vortex, this place that all this extreme weather's been missing. And I was really kind of concerned. Obviously, you're okay because you're here. Which, because it's bottled in America, I can drink and it doesn't like make me feel like an ice pick in my chest. So after I moved here. House. Excellent. Let me just get this set done. Yeah, so I tonight with on my 9 o'clock, but and it's about 9:15, and that's what. Oh, I just yesterday or today that I can actually make posts and stuff. And I hadn't seen. So let's see. So I left. So I put that quick post up. That I'm going to be an hour late. Hang on. Okay. It's taking so long. Live chat replay is checked, so I don't actually need to even change anything. Okay, good. I'll just close that tab then, so it doesn't. Some Buffy kind of. Oh, buffering. Yeah, that might be because I had the YouTube tab open, and so it was trying to load the YouTube, but I've closed the tab because the live replay is on. I'm laggy. Okay, yeah, that should be fixed now. Sorry about that. Sorry. Is it better now? Hello. Nee. Wonder where Chalet is. Did you guys see her dolphins? Wow, that was really cool. That's why I got this. I don't know. You can tell it's sparkly, but it's a whole. It's a dress. Much better now. Yeah, better. Okay, good. Yeah, that's why I closed everything else. But when I get over into the new house, I will be getting a new Wi-Fi that is like 30 megabytes. So like all the plans below it are like you have your upload speed, your download speed, your rush hour speed, whatever. And but this one is supposed to be 30 megabytes steady, and so it's like $30 a month instead of $23 or $25. So that should be good. Then we can have fun with having the other tabs open and me sharing the screen and everything. That'll be lots of fun. And I might even start doing the news show as well. I have a thumbnail and everything, a thumbnail template ready for it, because each thumbnail I would change the picture to whatchamacallit, like one of the news stories. Talked to Shalay earlier. She said it's Maven Day. Yeah, so she might not have realized it, was waiting at the normal time, because I think last week didn't we say, oh, would I start an hour later? And I said, no. The previous week we started an hour later on that extra day that we did for Mabel, but no, my normal same bat time, same bat channel, and then what happens? I'm an hour late. Sorry about that. So, Andy, do you want me to put the link? And you should be able to join. It should be no problem, because it's still only the StreamYard tab open on my end. And you joining would be wherever StreamYard exists in the cloud. Yeah. The news show again. Yeah. I don't even know what's going on. I mean, oh, you commented on my post? Did you or something? I see a notification from Mabel. Yeah, I came at 10, saw the message. Okay, yeah, there was one like on the message. That was you, Mabel. But I can kind of like look at some headlines here. Because I have an app on my phone. Some stoners were busted. 2 young hoodlums who reacted to blinding headlights by hurling stones at a moving car's windscreen with potentially fatal consequences have been brought to justice. Ox Power. They have in Kampong Spew a little a glitch, some buffering. Okay, villagers on Sunday held an ox cart race in Kampong Spew's province's Chbarmon city ahead of the Khmer New Year celebrations, which are from April 14th to 16th. At least 38 pairs of oxen took part in the race. So I will open that story and maybe I can show you some pictures on the phone. I know it's kind of hard to get it. Let's see. Okay, so here's the first picture. There you go. Oh yeah, you can see that. Okay. Looks more like a parade than a race. Oh yeah, here's some more pictures. Come on. There we go. Right. Whatever. Okay. Anything else interesting? The Interior Minister's trying to curb money laundering. Oh, this was new in this. So this is a school. All the kids in uniforms. It looks like they're wearing orange. You can see, sing the national anthem, don't play it. The schools have been ordered that every school across the country is urged to make it mandatory. So the government's not making it mandatory, but they're urging the schools to themselves choose to make it mandatory. That they will sing the national anthem instead of playing it on speakers while saluting the national flag. So I know America has been like kind of getting away from saying the Pledge of Allegiance all the time. I grew up, it's like we did. That's how I know right is this hand, because I always memory oxen are huge. Wouldn't want to stand the leg. You don't have me. Message, you don't have me. Don't worry, don't worry. You said it every morning. You were so pissed when they stopped it. My kids don't even know it now. Yeah. So I actually have the national anthem on my bookmark so that I could practice singing it, but I don't do it every day. I should. But I know the tune. So it goes like la 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 da 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 la da 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 la da 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 la da. La 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 da da. So I know the tune. I just need to learn the words. I love it. Chalet, Ollie Ollie Oxen Free. Said my name and it was like a concert. Really? Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If it buffers, just hang in there. Don't stress about it. Oh gosh, I don't know if you can hear all this noise from the cats running around. Can fake it with the la la la's. Yeah, yeah. I know a couple of the words. Like there's a Susaday, at one point and stuff. I know a couple of words, but yeah, this is my home now. I need to learn it. So, in ASEAN being the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, something it's like the European Union of Southeast Asia. So they have their own basically Olympics every year, and it's called the Sea Games. Sea is in Southeast Asia, right? So, and, and there are Christians of union up because the um so the Sea Games are hosted by the nation that's hosting all the summits and everything. So it rotates every year, and there are 12 nations. So once every 12 years, you're hosting not only all the summits, but the the sea. Since the last 12 years ago, the last one 12 years ago, they've built a new stadium with Chinese money and millions of dollars. I don't know, $1 billion. I don't know how much, but a lot of money. And so it's a completely new modern stadium. And uh, so it's like this really big thing, and it's in May, so it's a month away. And so anyway, chalet, ski bop, de boo bop, doing some scat. What am I drinking that's American? I don't recognize the can. It is called Cactus Jack. Oh, Cactus Cooler. I'm sorry. Cactus Cooler. The one that I can't find, that I would love to find is Tahitian Treat. It's kind of like that Hawaiian Punch, but different. And it's called Tahitian Treat. Love that. Oh my God, that was so good. But this is kind of, I guess, it says orange pineapple blast. Yeah, China built it. Yeah, pretty much. Because they also brought in all the engineers and probably a lot of the workers, although some of the menial labor work would have been Cambodian. But usually whenever there's a bridge or some kind of infrastructure project, if it's paid by Japan, then they bring the Japanese engineers and anything that's like a real safety issue, that they'll bring their own from people from their own country, and just really menial, can't mess it up kind of labor is Cambodian. So the South Korea, Japan, China is usually the ones building infrastructure. Is it a communist territory? Very, very good question. I'll explain. So, Cambodia is a constitutional monarchy. All right. So, the constitution, and there's a monarchy. Now, the party is in power now is called the Cambodian Party. The English term is the PP. But it's really a totally capitalist country. We even use the US dollar here. They're trying to de-dollarize, but it hasn't happened yet. So there is a currency. It's called the riel, RIEL. And yeah, it's used. You can use either one. They did kind of try to phase out like $1 bills and $5 bills. So there's a lot of people that won't take them anymore. But like it was so funny when my mom came to visit, she remembers the last time she was here. And so she brought all these she brought like $100 or $200 in $1 bills, because you can pay easily for small things with these $1 bills. And she didn't, and I didn't even think to tell her. I didn't know she was going to do that. It's just part of my daily life. But you can still spend them. She was still able to use them, but some places won't take them anymore. But 10s and 20s and 50s and 100s is no problem. So my house, I got the keys on Saturday, but I didn't have anybody to do any kind of work or anything. Some other really, really good news is that Sremao, that's the name of my pet nanny that was on maternity leave. She came back yesterday on Monday, her first day back. And she is now the cook and the pet nanny, because Yom is still cleaning. She'll be the cleaner and keep her job. And then Srema is my cook. So I had her make enchiladas yesterday. I made sure I had all the ingredients ready for her, and because I had to go to work, and she's here on her own to do everything. And yeah, so I had enchiladas for lunch today, and that was nice. Oh goodness. And then today, okay, it's like I gotta leave for work by 8 o'clock, and it's just like, so I was a little bit late getting to work today, um, because I was talking to the cleaner, telling the cleaner stuff. Then I if I leave before Sremao starts at 8, so um, I would normally be gone before she. But I was there to see Sremao and give her some instructions, and then the guy to build the dog fence, the dog run, to install fences for a dog run, showed up at 8. So then I had to like talk to him, and then uh, my friend Cecile's friend Louis, who's French, um, was ready to start painting today. Uh, so everybody, so so the cook and the cleaner and Louis have keys to the new. Well, not like every key to the house, but for the gate and the front door, they have the keys. Your hubby is the cook. So glad he was a quick learner when I taught him the recipes. Yeah, that's great, Mabel. That's great. Because I bet that's hard. On one hand, you enjoy that other people are cooking for you, but on the other hand, I'm sure you miss it too. You know, there's something nice about cooking. I love cooking. At one at one point in my life, I was actually a chef. Um, we never know with our rambles where the stories are going to go. Right? Um, so I had gone back to college to get my degree. You guys all know that. That's when I got involved with film. And let's see. So actually, while I was working on the student film, one of the scenes, the extras was an older lady, and her son had a restaurant at a ski resort that was like maybe 30 minutes away. Personal chef who cleans up a dream. Life's pretty good here. Um, anyway, she was talking during, when while we weren't filming, telling me that her son's chef had just left. Well, he's a chef too, but his other chef. So that, because you don't want to work 7 days a week, right? So you got to have two chefs. Um, that he just up and left, and because he got a job someplace, some restaurant, some other state, and just left. And I said, well, I've got some restaurant experience and everything, and I could come up and help out, and if he's interested, I could come help until he finds somebody new. And so that happened, and it was like a fish in water, being there in the kitchen. So instead of being like the sous chef, where I'm helping chop things and prepare things for him to be the chef, he saw very quickly within the first, it was only Friday and Saturday nights, I think, that I was up there to help. If I recall, I don't know, maybe well, yeah, I ended up working more. It depends on the ski season time, if they are open. I mean, because they were definitely open on weekends. I'm not sure if they were open other times of the week. And anyway, he's like, oh, well, here, there was half of the line, the cooking food line, was this like gas burner. Like there were like 6 or 8 gas burners to like that you could have like a saute pan on, and then you had like a deep fryer. You had like this like pot of boiling water that was always boiling. So what you did is you had like pasta that was like cooked but not hot, or partially cooked, or like when you can buy fresh pasta, like that. And so all you needed to do was drop it in the boil, well, like in a like a colander kind of thing, right? So you drop it in there, and then you could pull it out, and it's done quickly. Um, and then the other section had like the grill for burgers and steaks, and the deep fryer for your French fries and fish, battered fish, and things like this. And then you had like all the side dishes and sauces and different whatever, right? And ended up that he didn't even look for anybody else. So while I was going to school and working on the film, then also became a chef. Then he goes through a divorce and he decides he's going to up and leave. So now I'm the only chef, right? Fresh pasta takes like 2 minutes exactly. And so then I'm the only chef with no one to help me. And then not only that, but then there's like at some point no bus boy and no dishwasher, right? The bus boy is the dishwasher. So the father was running the front of the house. We would say in a restaurant, the front of the house, and I was running the back of the house. So he was taking care of the cash register, seating everybody, taking their orders, cleaning, taking out the orders, cleaning away the dishes, and bringing them to the back. But then I had to be like washing the dishes in between. I had to prepare everything, cook everything, and clean everything. Oh my God. Been listening. You took the phone with the doggies. Oh, good. They're secure. Good girl came back. Cold as F, getting a cup of coffee. I was wondering about that with your comment. If one of the dogs off. Wait. Gonna be a minute. Oh, dogs jumped the fence. Out on them now. Okay. But before that, there was even. Hi, Mabel. Oh, I guess not. Okay. Maybe. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that you got them back and everybody's okay, safe and sound. 65 here right now. High of 70 today. Our high's been like 37, 38. Let me see what that is. Where's Google? Still have everything. Third 87-ish. No, that's where it's 87. Yeah, I got, okay, it's 87. 37 Celsius. Thank you for pointing that out. 37 Celsius to Fahrenheit. 98.6. So it's around 100. And it's about I don't think the humidity is as much as like Florida and Georgia when I was there. I mean, that's humid. But even like Maryland and stuff in the north, that I was in Washington, D.C., that's pretty humid there. Didn't feel much different than the South. Anyway, so I'm going to tell you one story about when I was cooking, because I had to get all that set up, right? So the father is out working the front and I'm working the back. And he gets like a party of like 12. And it's a ski resort. These are like rich people and stuff. And everybody orders something different. I'm the only cook. I mean, there's steaks, there's pasta, there's seafood. That's what steak, pasta, seafood, right? Everybody, like if you have a steak, you have different sides with it and everything. I not only had everybody's plate ready at exactly the same time, but everybody's plate was apparently cooked to perfection, because at the end of their meal, the man that was the head of the party that was paying for everything insisted on coming back to the kitchen to shake the hand of the chef that had prepared everybody's meal because it was perfect. And I get to have that story for the rest of my life. Doesn't matter what anybody says or does or whatever. I know that happened. And that was a wonderful moment. The snow bunnies. Yeah, there were plenty of snow bunnies. I think okay, so there was the owner's father, right? So the owner, I think his wife was one of the snow bunnies, and then she ended up leaving him or whatever. I think she used to work as like the hostess, you know. They went back when they had waiters. Oh, one of the waiters, he's like, "Oh, you see this bracelet I have?" I'm like, "Yeah." You see that number? Do you know what this is? Apparently, when you climb Mount Everest, you get like a particular bracelet with a number on it. And he had climbed Mount Everest because he was a sporty, active kind of guy, you know, all the risky sports and stuff like that. And so when it was winter and time to ski, then he'd work as a waiter at the restaurant, and a ski instructor, too. Whatever. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. That was a good moment. I got a few, when they come up in conversation. That's what's great about rambling, because you never know what's going to pop in, into your head to talk about. So Andy, now that you're back in, do you want to come up on and join me on the stream? Mabel refused my whole life to not ski. Mount Everest is a whole nother ball game, though. I refused my whole life to not ski. So that means you would ski. Is that correct? Yeah, Mount Everest. Yeah, I'd never seen that before. I had no clue. And then he was a bit of a narcissist, Oh, you were a ski bunny. Great, great. Have I ever shown you guys my trophy queen kind of pictures? I can do that, as I know they're it's like I know where they are, unless the box got moved. Yeah, the box is still there. It's right on the top. Skiing is awesome once you get the hang of it. Yeah, I've done it. I've skied a couple of times, and I took right to it. Had lessons the first time, did the bunny hill a couple of times, and then I was like ready to go. But I'm not perfect at it or anything. I don't do it a lot. I've maybe done it 3 or 4 times in my life. You effed that up. No way I would ski. Here, I'll get the calendar photos. See my dress? I don't know if you can see the sparkles. Chalet bunny. Don't like falling. Oh yeah, because you got to learn. That's the first thing they teach you in is that how to fall, and you need it. So okay. Okay. I bet Mabel could have a great show and tell day. So when I told you guys about the Altamont, like when my ex-husband was being a jerk, and so that's why I went and I said I want to be a trophy queen. So I kind of had a bit of a fan club, and so I was going to make a calendar, and so I paid the photographer to like take the pictures and get the separations, and so these were the proofs from the printer before making the calendar, but then I never ended up making the calendar. So, but I have these. Try to. So that's one. Two. Three. And then the guy that owned this car, let me ride around the track a few times. Let me drive a couple of times. There's kind of a glare sometimes. Let's see. Oh, it's the computer screen glare. Looks really fat at that angle. Doesn't. I wasn't skinny, but I wasn't fat either. There's me with a cat on a fur rug. That's like a bearskin rug right there in front of a fireplace, holding a cat. Another motorcycle one. Oh, the country girl with an ostrich. Another car one. Another motorcycle. Oh, and one of my favorites, the SR-21 Blackbird. Yeah, buddy. We got a Chima here too. Love that. I love that one. Is that? Yeah, that's the last one. Yes, I was naughty. Is this a White Snake video? Yeah, I should play some music to go along with the slideshow, right? Okay, over there. So those are my glory days. I've a couple other things I've got. This is an original ad of a Roadrunner for the Roadrunner. And I think I have another. Oh, yeah. So this is also like cut out of a magazine. It's an original thing about Tom Petty and his Superbird. And it's 2 pages. So there's it, you know. But I got those at like a swap meet or something. Here's me. Remember I said I would work as a VIP for Altamont? That's me and my daughter. That's the VIP area. Where's Andy? I don't know. Oh, he's making coffee, right? Oh, this is the way I love to have my hair. That's my hair. But not right now. Oh, Debbie. This is Debbie that was like when I was a cocktail waitress. She was like mom. She ran the bar at the Holiday Inn. Oh, and I have a picture of Ben. Ben was one of the guys. It was like he was a regular, so he was like a bouncer. He's like really tall, obviously. I'm 5'2". He's a cowboy kind of guy. And so he was like my brother. Oh, and this was Gino. So Gino was the other bartender. So Debbie and Gino were bartending, and then the us cocktail waitresses. Here's another one, me with Gino. As cocktail waitresses, we were like the sisters, and then the regulars like Ben that were our bouncers were like our brothers. So we were like this big family, you know. And then Gino and we would like totally throw the bottles around with like the movie Cocktails with Tom Cruise. We were like already doing that. So when that movie came out, it was like really cool. It's like, ooh, that's like me, you know. Here's me one day. I had this dress. Well, no, I just bought the pattern and sewed the dress myself. And so that was like that's what I would normally wear as a trophy queen. And then this is what I would wear as a cocktail waitress. Or this one. Kind of had, if I wanted the kind of cowboy look, then I would wear, but it was always a black skirt and a white shirt. And but sometimes I could add a vest, you know, I was allowed to add a vest. Here's my mom and me when I was little. So fashionable for the 70s. I love that snow. This was like Snow White cake. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs on the cake. I think that was before kindergarten. Oh, is there a year on it? No. Like sometimes, like this one has a year. It says December 73. I love this because it shows the TV with the rabbit ears and kind of captures the Christmas of the era. The shooter girl. Oh, shooter. Well, were you the shooter girl? Drinking shots. Mabel, I could see you as a bartender. I would have been the barfly. Oh, you were a bartender for years. Okay, I had to go back. Gino. Oh, Chino. Yeah, it's not Gino. Yeah, like Italian. You're a bartender for years, but favorite job. Yeah, it's a great, I don't know. I loved, because I went from being cocktail waitress to being bartender. And I love being a bartender. And let's see. Oh, this was like my friends in elementary school. Oh, this is the dog. I went and I took a. This isn't there anymore. This is in San Francisco. I always called it the Doggy Diner. I love that sweater too, by the way. It was hand knitted by someone. I can't remember now where I got it from. What I mean, like where I got it. What's this? The Manteca water slides. Now water slides are everywhere, but this is like one of the water slides ever invented, I think. You tended bar for many Hollywood parties. Oh, Andy, do you want the link? Do you want to come up and tell us your stories? I mean, that would be great. Remember those sweaters? Yeah, it kind of had like a cowl neck on it. Oh, okay. Here's a picture of Scott Baio. I took this picture of the TV. Right? You can see he's Chachi in the diner Happy Days, right? So I would take these pictures, have it printed, and say, I know Scott Baio. How stupid was I? This is my bedroom. This is how I decorated my bedroom. Got Peter Frampton on the walls. Lots of stuff. Here's another rendition. This way like that. Okay. Always had lots of stuff. Oh, here's another one. My rainbows. Not only Peter Frampton, but Roger Daltrey's album, which of course I went and found after watching. What's the movie that the Who did? They did like a rock and roll opera movie. It was on HBO, and so I watched it a million times. It had Pinball Wizard and everything in it. You're not a bartender, but you were pressed into service, and so you know some basic stuff. Yeah, once you kind of know the basics, it's really not that hard. Oh, now this is me like when I was 12 or 13. So, this was before Madonna or anything. Like this would have been, oh, I can tell you, it's October 1980. I said, me and Polly dressed as punks on her dad's motorcycle. October 1980. Loved Peter Frampton till I found out he was only 5'1". That's shorter than me. Oh my God. All these, I didn't even know that. Wow. Wow. Oh, and here's me dressed up a little bit old. Oh, no. Oh, this is 1980. Oh, so I would have been about 14. Okay, 14. This is 1979, 13. 13 years old. 1970s. 13 years old. This is why, it's like, kind of like, Roman Polanski is probably a really, really, really bad jerk. But this was like around the same time. And if I'm acting like this at 13, if some other girl was acting like that, he might not have even known she was that young. He might have thought she was 18. I could pass for 18. By the time I was 16, I could pass for 21. You know? So I don't know the whole circumstances. I'm not defending him. I'm not defending anybody in Hollywood because there's a lot of like messed up stuff that goes on in Hollywood. All right. But just as a surface issue, just the age alone, and here I am with my friend Chris, 1978, 12 years old. I'm the one with the brown corduroys. God, I love brown corduroys. 12 years old. What's this? Oh. Is there a year on it? No year on it. But younger than, if that was 12, this is probably 11, 10 or 11 at the Grand Canyon. Wearing that like tube top kind of dress. So 70s. That's me at the apartments that had cable. Graduated June 1980. So I'm just 4 years behind you. I was a freshman in 80. Wild child. Oh, yes. Yeah, not so wild. My mom did a pretty good job of raising me. Here I am going to, let's see. Oh, I pulled this picture. I mean, I put these together in a baggie. This shows my mom's opal and real Samsonite luggage. It's all kind of faded, but you can kind of see that there. Me leaving to camp, on the way to camp, going to camp. My friend, oh, by the way, this Brenda, she was in one of the other pictures. Brenda's the one that I was a witch with, right? Now, look how skinny my mom was there. Oh, when we sewed that shirt I'm wearing, I remember we sewed that ourselves. Where's Brenda? Yeah. That's Brenda. Oh, here's me in my like cowgirl kind of, got my cowboy boots on and everything. I don't know. It looks like Great America. Not bad. I tell guys, they don't make corduroy anything anymore. I know it's hard to find, but I've got, I don't know. Maybe I've had it for a long time. I was just wearing purple corduroy pants last week. I could tell you about the time I got kicked by a horse. So I would have been 15, about 15. So I think I was 15 when I got kicked by the horse. Oh, you went to a church group to Great America. The one in San Jose. Yeah. I mean, oh, and here's just a nice 1970s picture. So that's my grandfather. The one that was, drove the Clydesdales and stuff at the parades. And my grandmother with him. But this is the apartment that my mom and I put up this wallpaper. We put up this paneling, this little telephone pad I made in wood shop. That was in junior high that I made the wood shop. That's my aunt, my grandmother, my Aunt Wynn, and my mom's best friend, Sandy. Yeah, those were the days. Oh, here's an Olin Mills portrait. Look at that. It says 69 to 70. Well, if I was born in 66, so I'm 3 or 4 years old. Look at that. Wallpaper was a total thing. Exactly. What's this? Oh, this is me like being up at the front of the boat at Disneyland. September, 1776. You know, the Jungle Cruise. I wonder if this is the time that the Jungle Bunny story happened. I said, Mom, what's a Jungle Bunny? I thought it was younger than this. 1976, 10 years old. Could have been that trip. First Holy Communion. Sixth grade, about 11 years old. So I was already developing. Oh, 1978. Says 1978. Where this is like when I got my first bra. So me and my grandmother at the Grand Canyon. $17.76, yeah, was 10. Oh, this is cute. That's at my grandmother's house, but that's so stylish. Look at those boots, or is that socks? Oh, look at this red. Oh, I remember this red patent leather jacket and the boots. Oh yeah, my mom did a good job, you know. Jungle Bunny, I know, and she was mortified. She was out, but she doesn't remember it. She blocked it. Who's this? This is my dad. Easter dress, I'm little. Does it say? Oh yeah, there's the year on it. April, maybe April 1970. There's a 7. So like 4 years old. Yeah, that fits about right. This one doesn't have the year on it. Oh, the pool in the back. You know, I think that might be my first day of kindergarten or something. They've got that name tag is probably from kindergarten. That might have been my first day of school. There's me as a baby. Look at that TV. Ah, wait a minute. I recognize. Wait a minute. Is it still here? Right here, right behind me. If it was a snake, it would have been. Cat's kind of freaked out by it. $1970s, bought this at the Renaissance Fair. It's a big, you could put your hand in the mouth. I have a green one and a purple one. Anyway. The toy is old. There's some other old one. I think some other stuff got packed away. This is my mom when she had her hair kind of like that girl. But it's frosted. That's styling. Oh, Bramble Bunny. My bunny pet. Uh-huh. 76 again. This was a trip to Florida. There's this place called Circus World. That's the same outfit I was wearing at the Grand Canyon with my grandmother. But this was in Florida with my dad. That's funny. Oh, Mr. McPherson. Great guy. He was in 5th grade, they tested us for like a Mensa program called MGM, Mentally Gifted Minors. And so if your IQ was like high or whatever, then they put you in this special class with Mr. McPherson. And so we didn't have like a traditional class. It was a lot more fun stuff that we did. So this is the 1776. My dad, my mom, and me. Now they were divorced, but for me, that didn't like mean anything. It was my mom and my dad. My dad lived in Florida. I lived with my mom. She always really fostered a good relationship. Remember that one? She was so skinny, and yeah, then she was heavy there. She's heavy again now. Last one. I made that. I mean, it was like a kit that you would buy, and then you would like wrap the string, the like fishing line, around it in order to make the lamp. Encyclopedia, right? The set of encyclopedias, the TV, the black and white TV with dials. There you go. That's everything that was in the. Show some iconic things about the era growing up in that time. Love that show with Marlo Thomas. I know, me too. Because I always thought it was like my mom. My mom was like a single mom, career mom. The guy that Marlo Thomas was dating, you saw the pictures of my dad, looked similar to my dad, although I thought my dad was Mike Nesmith of the Monkees. Remember? You remember that? These delusions, man. But I don't know. It wasn't like narcissist type delusions. It was just like how the world made sense to me. School didn't have a classroom for high IQ or honor roll students. They just had advanced classes. Yeah. Well, this was a whole new thing that they had done, that they started. And then I don't know, after so many years. So then I wonder, like, if they invested in these kids, kind of like, we talk here MK Ultra and all this kind of stuff, right? So if they invested in these kids, including me, that were enrolled in these programs, it would make sense that they're like still kind of tracking to see what kind of life trajectory happened, like, so like what percentage actually did some kind of genius amazing things, and how many were losers, and how many were just normal, and how, you know what I mean, how many became entrepreneurs, like that they would still be tracking you somehow. I wonder about that. Love going to antique stores. Yeah, people tried to be more fashionable back in the day. Yeah, especially like even like going on an airplane or going to the cinema or a theater. It was like an occasion to get dressed up, even going out to dinner or something. He was Ronald. Her boyfriend was Ronald. Oh, good memory. Good memory. Or did you just Google that? Wow, good memory. I mean, I can totally picture his face. So anyway, I kind of identified, even though they didn't have kids, right? And then when Marlo Thomas did the Free to Be You and Me thing, I mean, I was like totally into that. I still love that. I had the album and the video, and my comments were always how smart I was, but didn't have the drive to progress. Boy, they were right on with, I know. Oh my God. Same. I don't apply myself and everything. Then by the time I got into high school, I was kind of like, well, what's wrong with average people? Why aren't they, why should anybody else be treated special, because they're smarter, or worse because they're not as smart? It's just wrong. Everybody should be equal, right? It's not just like a black and white equality thing, or a women and men equality thing. I felt like there was an educational equality thing, that everybody should be worthy, right? I mean, I kind of understand why some kids are grasping things. You don't want the slower ones to hold them back, and you don't want you don't want either side getting bored, right? So the slow ones are getting bored because they don't understand, and the smart ones are getting bored because they're like way past what the teacher's saying. So I actually like tried to get C's instead of A's at some point. It was like, that was crazy. And then I decided to go to college, and then it was like, oops. Maybe that wasn't the smartest thing. I get bored with other stuff after a while. My son is the same way. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, my mom's always like, you never finish anything. You always start all these amazing ideas and stuff, but you never follow through. But she's been better, like, since her last trip out here and everything. You know, I was like, I don't want to. Oh, like, was it the job? I didn't tell her about the job interview until like, I think I actually had the interview. And then I had her walk with me to the house that I have now. And, and I said, if I get this job, because I said, I was scared. You guys were with me on this whole journey. I was scared of the job. Right. And now I'm just loving it. Oh my God, it's such a blessing. And I walked her over there, and she's like, oh, don't rush into anything. You don't know if the job's going to last. They might let you go after a couple of months, blah, 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 like after the probation period. And, you never know. Don't jump into anything too quickly and stuff. But my lease here where I'm at now is until, ends May 27th. So it kind of made sense to do everything according to the time. So anyway, my landlord, update you on that. Haven't heard a peep in the last week. Haven't heard anything. So you chase the dog again. Oh my gosh, Andy, you gotta get some kind of more permanent solution to this. I don't know what it is. So they're in the house. Okay. Oh my goodness. I pressed the link, but it only says block or report. Is it a different? Oh, no, I didn't put the link. I didn't put the link. I didn't hear an answer. Okay, copy. Paste. Okay, we want to hear some of these Hollywood party stories. And Mabel said, my sister would get so mad at me because I didn't have to work at school, and she was always with her head in a book. She is really successful today. Great. It all evened out in the end. See, get a higher fence, Andy. Yeah. I'll show you guys my fence. He said it'll take a couple of days for them to finish it. So I'll do a video. But I do have some pictures of the painting. So you should just be able to click on that link and join. Have your camera on, Andy, and then until I see you, and then you can turn it off. She has that drive that you're lacking. Yeah, that can make up for a lot if you have that passion and that ambition. Okay. Where's Louie? Not that far. Okay. So like you can see the difference, but maybe there you go. The walls and the ceiling. It used to like be the same color as the ceiling, but now I've got, a little bit darker. It's like coffee color, like coffee with a lot of milk, cafe au lait or something. But my bedroom's going to be blue. So I think in one day he finished the living room and the dining room, and he did some of the kitchen too. Looks really nice. We're waiting, Andy. I don't see him coming in yet. What is it? 11:15. Had a busy day at work yesterday and today, and so I'm kind of physically tired, but my mind is awake. Yeah, fresh paint. Yeah. And then I think the guy that's doing the fence, the dog run fence, is gonna do my catification because he's got more of the tools and everything to do it. So Louie's just gonna do the painting, and like I got an electric meter, you know, the kind that spins around and you can see like click 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 the amount of energy you're using. And I had it installed here right next to the air conditioning unit in the Airbnb room. So if people use it, because the electric's expensive. So for light bulbs, it's no problem. But for aircon, it sucks it up like crazy. And then I'm left with like a $50 bill and I only charge them $30 to stay. Right. So, but I think people aren't using it so much when they know they have to pay for it. It's available. It's there and it's available, but you have to pay extra. Right. So anyway, he's got to take so Louis will take the meter off because he put it on for me. So he'll take it off and put it on right next to the new aircon in the new house. He's going to hook up the washing machine for me so I don't have to deal with that. In a couple of months, when I've got money that I can see, you don't have hot water in the whole house. So like in your bathroom where your shower is, and I think if you look at the walkthrough video, you'll see the unit that it's like a box and the water goes right through that and it heats it up like a water kettle kind of thing. Well, not even like that. It's moving the whole time. It's moving. It doesn't sit. There's no reservoir, right? So it just heats it up and then it comes out in your shower. And so I'm going to put one of those in my kitchen so I can have hot water for washing my dishes. What kind of dogs, Andy? I know you told us before, but honestly, I don't remember. A full 6-foot fence. Yeah. And then you can't have anything next to the fence because they could jump on that and then jump over. Yeah. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Okay. I'm better. Hey, kitty, kitty. You're here listening, just cleaning off a chair. Did I actually say where's Chalet? Because I was thinking it, but I don't know if I actually said it. Maybe I said it, but I was definitely thinking it. You're cleaning off a chair. Oh, the joys of life. I loved, you weren't here. I mentioned your dolphin video, and I love seeing those dolphins. That was so cool. Your son has 2 cane corsos. They are friggin' huge. Juju rides them like a pony. Cane corsos. I think I looked that up before, like when I had the Google open that I could like search everything. Yeah. But I had never heard of that breed. It still doesn't sound familiar to me, but I do seem to remember looking them up. Telepathic. I know, huh? Like the story with Michael from college when we were talking to each other in our sleep. That sounds like a song. I've been talking in my sleep. Irish Scottish wolfhounds. 1-year-old Christmas Eve. Saint Nick is Blue and Silent Night. Becky. Blue and Becky. After the owners. Okay. So are their names Saint Nick and Silent Night, or are their names Blue and Becky? 1-year-old Christmas Eve, Saint Nick and Silent Night. There's one big rock that you tried to block. Yeah. Because they can jump up on it. Juju's mom is moving in with your son temporarily. Really? Okay. You need us to pray for that situation? Did everything go smoothly and is okay? Dear Heavenly Father, we just like pray for Juju and his mom and dad, and for Mabel, and for Chalet, and also for Andy and the dogs. Lord, we all have our different needs, and and my landlord too, that maybe he's found peace, maybe he hasn't, but that you would continue to work on his heart as well, and just touch each of our lives in the way that you would like. In Jesus' name, amen. Tried the link. It sends you to a stream link and full sign up page. Oh, well, that's not good. I don't think anybody else had to do that, like a sign up. Can you just close the box? Like there's a pop-up box to sign up, and then you just close that and continue to the link? Or either that or maybe some. Should be interesting. I've prayed somehow they could find each other again. Okay, that's good. That's good then. Good. Yeah, because I don't know if like the situation is toxic or something, and it's not a good thing that oh no, here we go again, she's coming back or whatever. I mean, it could always be that kind of situation as well. But so I'm glad that that is something that you've been looking forward to, that they would find each other again. And so, yeah, it's temporary. Let's give it a chance, see how it works out. And so I hope it does then, Oh, there's dogs barking all down the street. Maybe there's a loose dog running around. Hasn't gotten here yet. Mine haven't started barking yet. But I've got Kitty here on the desk with me. I know you guys can't see her, but that's okay. Him is a him. Kitty's a him. Oh, he's just having a good time. Oh, there's Mabel. Stream.
Hey, I just checked the link out to see if it would work.
Right. And did you get a pop-up about signing up?
No. But I'm on an iPhone. Is Andy on a iPhone or an Android?
I don't know, Andy. Let us know. If you're on an iPhone or an Android, real names are Saint Nick and Silent Night, but we call them Becky and Blue after the original owners, breeders, Dallas Blue and Becky Blue. Oh, that's cool. So, Andy, now that you spent all your time typing that out for us so that we understand clearly, let us know if you're on an iPhone. But the link, Mabel just got on the link. There was no sign up page. You got any stories to tell us?
Safari. I couldn't use Chrome. But if he's on an Android, he can use Chrome or Google or whatever the hell he uses for a browser. Oh my God, my hair. So
your hair looks fine.
I got to get it bleached and cut.
I'm waiting, June's my birthday. In June, the finances will kind of settle down in June. So I'm planning on getting my hair cut, getting it blue, maybe I don't need to buy I got tons of clothes, but maybe an extra pair of work pants, like slacks for wearing at work. Maybe I'll get like my eyebrows waxed. You have lots of clothes?
Well, I mean, I lay in bed. Now she may, it's required. I get a shower every day. Well, I don't even sweat. I'm like, another one. My poor skin is so dry from all the showers. It's ridiculous. But I'm
Yeah.
clean. I can't bitch.
All righty. Chalet says your hair looks fabulous and is letting us know she was washing one of those outside chairs.
Oh. Got ya. I'll
Yep.
tell you, I've been, I slept for like 36 hours. I went to
Oh my
sleep
goodness.
at 5 p.m. on Sunday and woke up basically 5 a.m. today. So whatever that is.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then you must have needed the rest.
I went to the doctor's Friday and told her I'm like going to having comas. And
No.
my temperature, because the aide takes it, was 95.6. That was my
Oh,
temperature.
wait, that's cold.
Yeah.
So your blood wasn't circulating or something.
I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on. She just said, here's
Wow.
some blood work. Go get some blood work.
Okay.
Yeah, that ain't helping me in the interim.
Andy says it's good to see you. Chalet said she was ready to alert the press because I guess she was trying to contact you and you were sleeping.
When I checked my phone this morning, I did talk to you, I think yesterday, Chalet, but I was only up for just enough to eat, and then I would back I was.
Well, you're looking fine now. So
I was awake today.
Yeah.
My hair is so freaking long, it's ridiculous.
I know. See, I've got my glasses holding it back, but
Yeah,
otherwise,
that's what I normally do, but I need them to see. But I'll wear them back like that. But I usually have hats on. That's why I wear hats.
Yeah.
But my girlfriend will bleach it, but she's so busy. She's had somebody, she just left here. Somebody's taken her to the mini emergency room because her throat started hurting. And now she can hardly talk. So I don't know. Just what I need. Sick people around me. I don't need sick people around me.
That's true. Oh, Chalet says you're looking fresh as an Irish spring.
That's me.
And your color is great.
I don't know about Irish Spring. I use feminine wash for my whole body.
Oh, yeah. And that works
because it's gentle.
Right.
It's not as harsh as soap every day. I had to stop. I can't be bleach. Broke me out in a rash. And I don't know what's going on, but I don't know. I'm in a bed. I'm in a bed.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, at least you're still able to interact with everybody.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
What do I do?
We have to adapt to our circumstances.
Well, I don't think I told you, but one night I was watching one of Pam's newer videos.
Oh, really? I
she was still talking about us every video, right? So then I fell asleep to it. Well, instead of moving it to some obscure video, it went on a loop to her channel and it played all night long. And I kept hearing my name. And my husband's like, what the fuck? He says, I keep hearing Unstable Mabel all night because she wasn't keeping our names out of her mouth. But I didn't watch a lot of these videos, but all night long, heard Unstable Mabel. Mabel's not allowed here. Mabel did this. Mabel's done that. But when she referred to Chalet, it was them or they. And then you would get sucked in somehow, and we never even mentioned you. I mean,
I told my mom was here in the house when I was watching Pam's lives and interacting with Pam. And she knew how much I was calling Pam family and all of this. And I had to tell her, I said, you know what? I had to unsubscribe from her channel, because she rejected me, and I mentioned that, like, I guess Chalet said something, and then then she was like Mabel, and then me, and because we weren't like against Chalet, we were friends with both, but that wasn't good enough or something.
She's mental. That woman's mental.
Yeah.
But even though I went on a rant about Amelia, I chewed her out. She didn't come on for a day and a half after that.
Wow.
They're like, oh, well, Mabel really cursed her out and shook her up. I'm thinking. So in a later video, recent, I was like, I'm not sorry for what I said, because that really triggered me. But she was the only one that had the balls to stand up to me. And while you're all talking behind my back, not one of you will say anything to my face like Amelia did. That poor girl, nobody backed her up.
Really? So is she still going over there, or is she feeling rejected too? I know she doesn't. I don't think she comes over here.
Oh, they were all. You should have seen her. She wasn't coming in, and they were all praying for her and hoping that she wasn't too upset by the stuff I said. I'm like I said before, it's the internet. Get a grip, people. Yeah. YouTube is not national TV. YouTube is a world unto itself, and we are part of that world. There are people that don't even know about people like us. Yeah. They might look up how to cook something on, YouTube at that, But there's a big world out there that YouTube is its own entity.
It is. It is. And you can get sucked in so easily. That's kind of like why, hey, once a week, and then my whole life isn't revolving around it.
Well, I'm bored. I don't have a life. So Matt's like, oh, you're getting spunky online again. He liked it because that's how we
Andy. Hey, wait, Andy. Yes, you made it. Yeah, but I see your furniture, so I don't want to click to add you yet. Oh, that's your hand. Okay, good.
You can turn your cam off.
Okay.
While you're in, Andy, look at the bottom. It'll say Mike Cam. Oh, there you are. Look at you, handsome devil.
Yay! Your mic. No, there you go. But I don't hear you. It's not on mute. But the volume. Can't hear.
Can't either.
And then I'm getting an echo.
I am too.
A delay. Yeah.
It's like he's muted on his end.
Yeah. He's working on it. He's got someone helping. Do you guys hear me twice?
I hear you twice.
You hear me while I'm talking, and then you hear the microphone picks up the replay. So Chalet says progress is being made.
Is that Mrs. Andy?
I guess so.
I guess so.
Hi, Miss
She does
Sandy.
agricultural inspection. Stadium sounding.
Yeah, that's weird.
I can't deal with this echo thing of myself.
Look at that nice fire back there.
Yeah.
I have a big fireplace. I wish I could turn this around so you could see the what I see. I have a corner fireplace.
Yeah.
But it's not in the corner.
Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a cozy fire. Do you want to go out and then come back in now that you know that the link works?
Here, I'll leave. Oh, wait, there's not as much
Okay. Let's see, is it still echoing me? Yeah. We're patient. We're waiting for you, Andy. I think maybe you should go ahead and leave and come and then do the link again. Because sometimes you got to check the box when you're first coming in. Make sure everything's turned on. Chalet's doing a cheer. Might not hear. That's true. You might not hear me. Oh, private chat messages. Oh. He's leaving me messages in the chat. Can you still hear me? Let me look at the regular comments. Short with you and your hubby was a riot, Shelly. Oh, I haven't seen that one. Oh, the puppies! Wow. Oh. Filter gave him pigtails and a hat. He's outside. On your husband. Oh, I love seeing the puppies. Mine are quiet. Oh my gosh, it's almost midnight. You know, one time my cats stepped. Oh, did we get sound?
There you go. I can hear
Where
sound.
are you? Yes.
It's on the phone. So yeah, I'm hearing
Okay.
it on the phone, but not on this big speaker. So I must have taken it off the Bose sound speaker thingy, and see if
Right,
you're working
right.
it.
Okay.
Now I can hear you.
Ah.
Yes.
And the
What was
echoing
that?
stopped too, so that's great.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. Okay, because I didn't hear. I couldn't hear any audio at all.
Yeah. Okay. And
So you
Mabel
saw the
mentioned that
dogs,
she
right? You
didn't.
saw the dogs. You could hear that.
We did, and Mabel said
Okay.
that she didn't know you had Pomeranian.
Oh, I have another Pommy also. He is. I don't see him right here. He's an all white Pommy. He's about twice the
Oh,
size of the little red one, and
yeah.
his name's Snow Bear.
Snow
Little
bear,
Snowy
snow
Bee.
bird, snowy
Snow
bee.
Bear, but we call him Snowy Bee.
All right. All right.
So
I
it
saw the
worked, and I
big
got
one
on,
too.
and just I had to get the wifey to put it on the stream link, and then once she got on the stream link thing, she went through all that, and it popped up, and they just didn't have the audio, and I think that had to do with the Bose connection because it's like a little speaker box, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Ah,
Yeah.
well, welcome, welcome. So, are you
Well,
going
thank
to
you.
regale us with your Hollywood stories?
Oh, I suppose. I mean, there's just a few from the families that I worked at. Let's see. So I guess it would start. I worked. I was at the park on Sunset and Barrington. This is all right by the OJ stuff. That was all. I've lived all through the OJ years there. And
Okay.
my little baby was in the baby carrier, and was taking care of my dog. And a lady sat down next to me with her big Akita dog, and it was time to pick up for both of them. So I said, just stay here, watch the baby. And I picked up for both, and it was just right there within sight, so 10 feet away. And she said, "You're coming to my house tonight. I'm throwing a party. I need you." And that evening, I dressed up with my little monkey suit a little bit and went over. And it turned out that she was married to the head of Paramount Studios at the time, or a studio head. Okay.
Yeah.
He is United Artists. His first movie was Caddyshack. Took everybody from. I'm sorry. He's Orion. He took 24 people from what was the first
United
one?
Artists.
Anyway, he's Orion. He brought people
United
to Orion.
Artists.
He was Orion for years, and then he finished out at Paramount. And the last things was Titanic and Dances with Wolves. So he went fly fishing with Kevin Costner and all that stuff, all during the movie stuff. So
Yeah.
I was at that house, and then another household, and very good friends of theirs, was the hang on, Goddard. Melissa Goddard is a big time movie producer. Her last movie that I can really recall is What Women Want, Mel Gibson.
Oh yeah,
At
yeah.
the very end of the film, at the very last scene, it'll cut out. It'll say produced and written by or something by Melissa Goddard. And I take care of Melissa's brother, who was the head maitre d' guy at Grill on the Alley, where all the Hollywood people go. And his son, and were having a divorce, and he was like 4 years old, and they chose me to be the, what do you call it? The
mediator. Mediator.
Yes. And so, hey, quiet down. And let's see what. So I was out for a little while, and as time progressed, my kids were getting out of high school. The folks that at what do you call it? The Paramount people, Bernstein, Bill Bernstein, and the Bernstein family. He was just retiring, and they were bringing on all the insurance people that from the old folks' retirement home, the old movie stars home, and they had insurance. So there really wasn't much for me to do there, and so I started fading back and staying more with the Goddard family and taking care of their place in Venice Beach and Malibu, and up in Mandeville Canyon. So all up through there, and as time progressed, a little more things happened. The kids were out of school. my youngest said, "I'm done, Daddy," and we all moved up here to Reno while we split half the money from the house, the proceeds of the house, sale of the house to with my younger and oldest daughter, one in Cal State Long Beach. She's graduated, and my other is in Reno. She was doing some work at the Trinity River College or something like that, but now she's doing something else, and she's heavily involved in real estate because her boyfriend is now a broker, and the family that she kind of met and works for, and she's the girlfriend of one of the sons. They all do real estate renovations. Like they take the old motels in Reno and change them into apartments, so stuff like that. And so I'm here. We're at the house, and it's a pretty big house. I'm supposed to remodel it, but it's taken this is like my 5th year here, and all I've been doing is doing summers on fighting fires. And in the wintertime, it's so cold, I don't want to do nothing.
Yeah. Isn't that the way it is? I remember one time my ex-husband and I, our first kind of purchase was a mobile home, a single wide mobile home. And then when we bought a house, we actually qualified as first time home buyers because it wasn't a house on a foundation, right? But when we were getting ready to sell it, then my mother-in-law came over and she said, "Oh, we're going to paint the cabinets. We're going to do all this. We're going to make everything look pretty." I'm thinking like, "Oh, why are we doing this for other people? Why didn't we do this for me?" You know?
Yes, it's almost always like that.
Yeah.
If you move into a new place, the best thing to do is just make the changes and improvements that you want right away, because you'll never get to them, right? And then by the time you go to leave, you say, "Oh, well, if I made a better kitchen, improve, it'll sell better." And so now you just did the work for which you could have enjoyed for the last 5 years or whatever,
Exactly.
It's always like that.
So that's what I'm doing this time. And Chalet also says exactly. The painters are there, because also I have some time between houses, right?
Yes.
So that helps. But I am kind of like, I'm not sure because the landlord has been silent. So, I'm not sure what that means. And so I want to be ready just in case for some reason he says, "You know what? I don't want you out on the 27th of May. I want you out on the 27th of April." Right? Not that I would propose that, but if he said that to me, I don't want to be
sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, pets are welcome.
This is Snow Bear. And
hi, Snow Bear.
They really go at it. That's Rocket. I call him Kim Jong, little Kim Jong, little Rocket Boy. And they are not fixed. They are still
intact,
doing what we call pommy fights, which are, if you've ever saw the breeding thing where pommies are, they are constantly just fighting each other. It's vicious. It sounds really vicious, but they're mostly just chewing on each other's fur because they're so furry they can't even really bite down to their skin. So, and look, he is just
yeah.
All right. Okay. I had to put him
Pets are great.
My other big boy.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about all that.
So that's not Rocket. That's another one.
And then that's Becky back here. All right.
Oh, is that Becky in blue?
Over there.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. And Chalet's going, "Oh man, that landlord is still keeping his mouth shut." Yeah. So anyway, I want to be ready to be able to be out by April 27th, just in case that, because I was planning on one weekend and then another weekend and then another weekend, move one room, move another room. But I think I'm going to speed it up a little bit just in case.
Good girl. Sit down. I worked for so many landlords in LA, and there's nothing but problems on the move out. It's either the deposit dispute or the date or even the whole month that they were not clear that they got paid for. And then I've been on the other side where the tenants just take off in the middle of the night and abscond with like 3
and
or 4
take
months
everything,
worth of
including the light
non-payments.
bulbs. Yeah. So Mabel's dog hates being outside. Yeah, and get her done. That's what I'm doing. So I'll be able to show some, maybe tomorrow I can make a little short video or something.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah. I'm real excited. I've wanted my blue bedroom like the whole time I've been here, 16 years, and so I'm finally doing it, and that feels good too. And I've got catification supplies ready. I bought like a big 4x8 sheet of plywood, but it's a decent plywood. It's not too skinny or anything, and it's got like a finish at least on one side. I think on both sides it's like a finish, and not like particle board or anything. Anyway, so I got these big 4x8 sheets, and the guy that's building the dog fence is going to cut them in, we said 10 centimeters, but like about 6 inches. So he's going to cut it like 6-inch strips of these 4x8s to make the shelves. And I've already bought the L brackets. So all he needs is screws and like his drill to drill the holes for the screws. And it'll be good to go for the putting all kinds of like shelves up for the cats to walk on.
Okay. So I would love to do that. A bunch of little small shelves and then little catwalk things.
Yeah.
But I would have boards going all over the no, I'm not sure about that.
And then I've got these like tree branches here in the house that need to be taken over. Oh, we lost Andy. That's all right. You can either click the link again or just join us next time. Mabel needs to paint the house. Your sister offered to put wood floors in the main parts of the house. Once that's done, she's very generous. Wow. That is so nice. You got to be real careful with wood floors, though, I guess. Like, if somebody's got, like, stiletto heels or something, it'll make divots. But, yeah, blue sanctuary. Absolutely. Well, that was wonderful, Andy, getting to see you and see the animals and stuff. I think, it's coming up on midnight here for me, so I do have to work tomorrow. So I apologize that I didn't get in sooner, but this was a great couple of hours, and so thank you, everybody. And I'll just go ahead and end the stream, and we'll get together again next week. And I'm sure that I'll have some short updates for you guys between now and then, especially of the house. So, all righty then. You guys have a great week until I see you next time. Bye.